So I feel like it's been a while since I made a last update on Project East. That's the contemporary fiction novel that I'm working on at the moment. And yeah, I am very close to finishing the second draft. Actually, I'm just 2 chapters away. So that's the priority for today, is to finish finally this second draft. And I have so many kind of reflections, lessons learned, and just some additional knowledge that I want to share with you based on this process of writing the second draft. So I'm gonna save all of these reflections to the end and actually just get to work and trying to finish the second draft. It's been a long time coming, but I think I learned a lot during this process. So most of the day will be dedicated to that. I have a couple of engagements throughout the day that I will take you with me. I'm gonna start at home and maybe move to a cafe later on in the day. But yeah, got my tea here with my new watermelon mug, and let's get started. The focus, honestly, of this editing process will be to cut down a lot, because mainly, and this has been, I think, mainly the focus of the second draft overall. I tend to just write too much and kind of accompany the characters a little too much throughout everything, and not leaving any space for the reader to kind of breathe and to, catch up and to imagine also what might happen to characters off screen. So this will be the focus also of the ending, of revising the ending. I assume it will be a bit difficult because, especially on the final chapter, I don't know, I want to make sure I take my time to end the story properly, but I know that it's my issue and I just need to kind of, be brave and cut down when I feel like I'm dragging a little too long. So I'm gonna do this now. Okay, so I'm all done with reviewing the second to last chapter, so I'm nearly there. I'm gonna take a break now because I have a tour booked, and I'll try to take you with me, guys, if I can film there. Hopefully I can. So I'm taking a short break, and then I think right after I'll probably go to a cafe nearby and finish the end chapter there. But so far it's going well. I always see big improvements when I cut down the word count. Obviously I know that that's not an issue that everyone has. Sometimes it's the opposite, like some people would struggle more adding words and kind of filling the main story a bit more, but for me it's the opposite, and I notice that every time that I cut something, then it flows much better. It's nicer to read. It feels that you go through it faster and still you get the important points that you want and the feeling that you're looking for. But I don't know, I think sometimes I feel like I may need to explain, and I don't trust the reader as much as I should. But readers are smart people. We're all readers, we're all smart people, so we get the point even if I don't spoon feed it over and over again. So yes, guilty as charged. That is my issue as a writer, but I'm working on it. So I'm gonna take a break for now, and then we'll keep going. just went to see the beautiful mirror house. It's such a beautiful house made all of mosaic made with mirrors. So yeah, you saw the videos, it's beautiful, and yeah, it was definitely the most interesting thing I've seen so far here in Kuwait, the most artistic thing I've seen here in Kuwait. So yeah, I really loved it. And the owner is this Italian lady who came here like in the 50s, and yeah, her husband was Kuwaiti. He was a painter, he died unfortunately, but yeah, so now that I'm all energized by this artistic energy, I'm gonna go and get something to eat and do some writing. I hope you heard this. There is a lot of traffic here, but I hope I am audible enough. Okay, so it's quite late now, it's 11 p.m. I'm finally done with draft 2, wrote the end, it's all done, it feels incredible. So the day didn't fully go according to plan. I think the last time I checked in, I was saying that I wanted to go to a cafe. In the end, it was closed, so I ended up going back home and continue writing here. But still, the main objective of the day was to finish the second draft, and I can say I managed to get there. I cut down the word count quite a bit. I think by the end, more than 1,000 words, which is great. Not for the word count per se, but because I know that what I cut wasn't actually necessary. And so I guess my first reflection with writing the second draft is that in comparison to like the first draft, and of course I made a video before, I think I will link it up here on the screen, where I show the difference of how the work has evolved from draft 0 to draft 1 to draft 2. So that video has all the details, but honestly what I learned mostly is that when you revise the first draft and you go into draft 2, you really see your faults as a writer. And for me, as I mentioned, is really this accompanying the characters too much and not leaving any breathing room for the reader. So I've tried to correct that as much as possible. I really struggled a lot throughout maybe 2/3 of the book to do this. I just couldn't get my head around on what I actually needed to cut. I just didn't understand. But then after, it kind of clicked, and so then I went back and I was like, okay, now I understand what I need to do. Now when I read it, these parts kind of pop out of the page and I see that they are not necessary. But even then, it's not something that I could do throughout. Like sometimes I would forget somehow this thing that I learned, and then for a few chapters I would struggle to cut, and then I would go back and be like, okay, no, I get it. So it's a bit going back and forth, but yeah, that was my main focus. I think that there will be a draft 3, and so I'm all happy with the narrative. There are no issues with the plot, and now I'm also happy with the word count. I think we're there. So the third draft, I think, would be only about polishing the language a little more. I think some things I can write them better, or using kind of different imagery. Yeah, I think that's mostly it. I want to give myself a bit more time to work on the imagery and kind of revise and polish the language a little more, but without doing any structural changes or any major cuts or additions, just some refinement work. So yeah, again, though this is something for a new day, because now it's we're close to midnight, the day is over, and so is my second draft. I'm super happy about that. And yes, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this writing vlog, and yeah, see you soon. See you with draft 3. Ciao.